Flipping real estate, following the little to no money down strategy for today's market. Hello, you guys, and welcome to this live training class. I hope you're pumped up, I hope you're excited, and I hope you are truly ready to learn every bit of this stuff. Now, before we actually dive into the training, there are some things that I want to go ahead and cover, and the first thing that I want to cover is a little bit about myself. Now, first thing first, my name is Chris Kennedy, in case you haven't already noticed that already. But I'm from a small area in Mississippi as well, where everyone waves at one another when they pass each other on the road. They're not stuck up their own ass and literally just about knows one another. I'm also happily married to my best friend with 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. I'm adventurous, you guys. Me and my wife love to travel now that we are able to financially. I'm a real estate investor, wholesaler who successfully closed over 450 real estate deals in the last 3 years alone. I'm the founder of the high-demand training product Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0, which is a digital mentorship program where I break down each and every single thing that you need to know in order to start and grow your business to that 6-figure mark or even higher. That's helped create many 6-figure earners and some 7-figure earners as well. And let me tell you something, there is no better feeling than someone coming to you and saying, hey, because of you and your help, I was able to totally transform my life. You guys, I'm an individual that's out to truly help you change your life. And I hope that this training gives you that jump start that you need. And I truly believe, without a doubt, that it can, as long as you are willing to do the work. Alright? I'm not an individual that's going to teach you some quote-unquote Google stuff that doesn't work like some of these gurus do. I honestly practice what I preach on a daily basis. And here on the screen, some images of me getting deals, closing deals, doing the work, cashing checks. Alright, you guys? And inside of this training, you are going to learn how to start and grow a real estate investing and wholesaling business following the little to no money down strategy. You're going to learn why homeowners would rather work with investors other than traditional realtors. You're going to be learning how to consistently pull in ready-to-do business leads each and every single month with predictability down to the dollar and the day. You're also going to be learning my 6-step automated strategy that does the quote-unquote hard work for you each and every single time. You're also going to be learning branding strategies to create yourself as the authority in your market, the quote-unquote go-to business in person for helping these motivated homeowners that's looking to sell their property right now in the times of need, and much more, you guys. Again, I hope you're pumped up and I hope you are ready to learn this stuff. It has the potential to do more than totally transform your life. But don't get me wrong, this training isn't for everyone. It's not for individuals that's looking to get rich quick. I mean, you have to put in the work. You have to do the work. You're not going to get rich quick doing anything in this world unless you put in the work. And you're not going to get rich quick anyways. Alright, you guys, and it's not for individuals that's looking for do nothing but click a button to make thousands of dollars. Alright, man, them gimmicks out there in the world are just total BS. And I want you to know from the start, this isn't one of them. Again, I stated numerous times, you have to do the work in order to get the reward. And it's also not for individuals that's afraid to speak with people, because this is a people business. You're going to be speaking with individuals that's got serious problems, that's looking to sell a property now over the phone or even in person. Alright, you guys, this training isn't for individuals that's afraid of the word no. I mean, there's going to be times where you're told no over and over and over again until you're told yes. Alright, you have to be strong. You have to be more than willing to be told no. Alright, you guys, it's not for individuals that's not willing to go all in as well. I mean, you have to be willing to go all in. You cannot just tell yourself, hey, you know what, I'm going to flip a deal this month, and then next month I'm going to go over here and do this, and then next month I'm going to go over and do that, then I'm going to come back to this. You have to be willing to go all in. You have to be focused. All right, you guys? Now, this training is perfect for individuals that's ready for more out of life, that's ready to escape the heavy corporate chains that holds him or her down from actually flying. All right, you guys, it's perfect for current real estate investors and wholesalers that's sick of the unpredictability and that truly wants to scale to the next level. It's also perfect for individuals that's ready to put in the work that's needed to be put in order to transform their life to the much greater way. All right, you guys, it's also perfect for individuals that doesn't allow excuses to stand in their way of success, that knows his or her worth, and that's out to truly capture it, that's out to totally transform their life, that is out for more. If that is you guys, then this training is going to be perfect for you. And again, as stated numerous times, it can change your life if you're willing to change your life, if you're willing to put in the work. So one question I've got for each of you watching today's live training right now is, are you ready? If you are ready to learn this stuff, if you're ready to put in the work, if you're ready to change your life, go ahead and drop a comment down below, yes, so that way I can see it. Nice, 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 nice. I see a lot of yeses coming in, man. That pumps me up, and I hope you're pumped up, as stated numerous times. All right, so I want you to stick with this training. I want you to watch it all the way through, and I hope you've got that notepad in front of you because we're going to be going through today's live training a bit fast. I don't want you to miss out on any of it, and I also want you to go ahead and write down any questions that you're going to have throughout this training and save it to the very end because I'm also going to try to go ahead and answer any questions that you guys has. All right, so one question that I get from time to time is, what exactly is wholesaling? And what exactly is a real estate wholesaler? A real estate wholesaler is someone who markets to motivated sellers using a variety of marketing strategies and then contracts a property heavily discounted at, let's say 70 cents on the dollar or less. Then he or she markets a quote-unquote an assignable contract to a cash buyer or an investor for what's called an assignment fee, which could easily be $5,000 to $20,000 or more. The assignment fee is paid by the buyer, the end buyer who's getting the deal, and kept by the wholesaler. Now, for example purposes, this is to say this guy named Tim has a property that's worth $200,000. He knows it needs some repairs, but he wants to sell it fast. He don't have time to list it with a traditional realtor that's just going to place it on MLS. Again, he needs to sell it right now because he's looking to move out of state to join the rest of his family. All right, so there's plenty of motivation in that deal. He's asking $100,000 for it. It's worth $200,000. You come in, you look over the property, and you just tell him, hey, in order for the numbers to make sense, I need to get this property on contract at $80,000. Let's just say he goes ahead and accepts your offer at $80,000. You then turn around and market that contract to an end investor, an end buyer at $120,000, and he counters your offer at $100,000. All right, he tells you that he'll pay $100,000 for the property. You turn around and get that that end buyer to sign an assignment of contract form with you with a $20,000 assignment fee attached to it. At the end of closing, you will make $20,000 for basically flipping a piece of paper. All right, you guys, it does not get any better than that. And one thing to keep in mind is that you do want to create a win-win-win situation when everybody is happy. And in this particular example, everyone would be happy. I mean, the guy that's looking to sell the property is going to have it, sold. You're going to get your profit. You're going to make $20,000. That's going to make you more than happy. And the end investor who's getting the deal is going to be happy because he has a lot of equity left in the deal to turn around and make a ton of money off of it. Another question that I get from time to time is, why would homeowners rather deal with an investor than a traditional realtor? All right, guys, the first thing is that investors have cash. They don't have to go and get pre-approved for a loan. They don't have to go dealing with the bank and taking time, out of the week to actually get approved and the whole process of getting the loan and whatnot. They have the money to close on it themselves. And the second thing is that investors can close fast. Being that they have the cash, they can typically close within the next 7 to 14 days or even faster. All right, guys? And the third thing is that investors are always looking for deals. They're always out to look for another deal in order to hold for monthly cash flow or just to flip themselves and make more money off of. Now, from the start of you starting your newfound business, your real estate investing wholesaling business, there's some things that I would recommend you do and some things that you don't necessarily have to do from the start. Now let's start this off with the first question that I typically get. When starting my business, do I need an LLC when starting out? You guys, in my honest opinion, I would recommend you going ahead and getting your LLC through LegalZoom.com because it's very affordable to do. But if you don't have the funds to do so, get out here and find you a deal, flip it, and make some money, then come back to it. And then legally open up your business. All right, you guys, and the cool thing about LegalZoom.com, whenever you're opening your LLC, is they're actually going to be sending you a binder that's got all your legal forms in it, and you can actually take that binder and place it up on your bookshelf, see it each and every single day, see a physical, product that's got your business name on it, and it'll help motivate you, help inspire you to go to that next level. All right, but again, you can do it now or you can do it later. I recommend you doing it now if you have the funds to do so. But again, you don't have to. The other question that I get is, do I need a fancy office with a business number, a fancy website, a nice logo, etc.? Now that falls back to, hey, if you can afford it, do it. If you can't, don't worry about it, come back to it. But I do recommend you at least getting a business phone number. All right. If you don't have a ton of money to work with, you can use services like SmartLine, which is a GoDaddy service. It's like $10 a month, I believe, $10 or $20, something in that range a month. And it's really cool because you download the app and it connects right to your cell phone. And when an individual calls your business number that they're going to give you, it pops up that it's an individual calling through your SmartLine number. So that way it's a lead on the end of that phone call. All right, guys. But a free service that you can use if you don't have no money at all to work with is Google Voice. You can use a Google Voice phone number, and it's free, 110% free. Now, as far as the website goes, I do recommend you go ahead and creating a website, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy from the start. I mean, you can actually go to Weebly.com and it's literally drag and drop. Create you a basic website that has some information on it for leads to read over, and a place to capture their information. So that way you get the information on the property, their contact information before you actually speak to the individual. So that way it's going to save you time from speaking with duds or deals. All right, guys, and as far as a logo goes, man, you don't have to get that from the start. It doesn't have to be a nice logo or even a logo at all. You can come back to this stuff when you have the funds to do so. From the start, what I recommend you doing is getting out here and getting a deal. But another question that I get is, do I need to hire any staff from the beginning? No, definitely not. From the beginning, you guys, you don't need any staff at all. And still till today, I only have me, my wife, and another individual that works for me. I don't have no big office with 100 code callers sitting in it. I mean, you don't need that crap in order to get out here and find deals and flip them. Another question is, do I need to find deals first or build a buyer's list? I see so many arguments over this particular question, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you straight. You need to get out here and find a deal. You don't need to worry about building a buyer's list first, because if you've got a good solid deal, when you market it on Facebook, on Craigslist or whatnot, buyers will come. All right, and as they do, you can add them to your buyer's list if they're not interested in that particular deal. Just tell them like it is. Hey, I get the best off-market, heavily discounted deals around this market, around this area. Would you be interested in me taking out some basic information from you in order to notify you right away as I get any more deals? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be more than happy for you to go ahead and take down their information, you guys. So I hope that covers that from the starting of your business. I go in more detail inside of my mentorship program, and that's something that you might want to go ahead and take a look at after today's live training. Just make sure you watch this live training to the very end, because I have a special one-time offer for you. All right, you guys, now let's talk about getting motivated homeowners' attention. Now, just like the old saying goes, the loudest business, as far as marketing goes, gets the customers. But it doesn't really matter how loud you are unless you're staying consistent with it. So no matter which particular marketing you decide to go with, or even if you're going with all of the marketing, you have to stay consistent with it. All right? Every successful business starts with a successful marketing strategy that you're staying consistent with. Now, my marketing strategy is going to be different than yours, meaning what works in my market will not necessarily work in your market. People come to me all the time saying, Chris, what is your secret marketing formula? How are you getting all of these deals that we cannot find? And the secret is, you guys, There is no secret. You have to figure out what works in your market. You have to split test, measure, adapt, and change your marketing strategy depending on the market you are in. Essentially, you have to learn your market. The only way to do this is to spend money on different marketing channels and then track and measure the results that you get. You guys, I crush it with bandit signs, I crush it with online marketing and whatnot, but I know a lot of wholesalers that have no luck doing so. I don't do a whole lot of direct mail because it hasn't generated a good enough response for me. However, I know other wholesalers who are crushing it with direct mail. I crush it as stated with online marketing, Facebook targeted ad campaigns, Google PPC, and whatnot. But I know people who haven't had any luck with it. It's the same for code calling. I know people killing it with code calling, but I'm not a big code calling fan myself. I still do it sometimes, but I'm not consistent with it. I know it works, but I think it's too much work, and I don't want to manage a huge code calling office and try to keep, 4 to 6 people motivated and inspired to make 60 to 100 calls a day. I know it's very time consuming, and I wouldn't want to do it myself. All right, guys, I always tell my students, I don't want to chase the motivation. I want motivation chasing me. Meaning, I'd rather have motivated sellers trying to find me because they need my service. They need me to help them. They want to sell me their property. All right. So the best way that I can think to explain this is going to be something like this. If you were to go hunting for deer or whatnot, what would you do in order to catch the deer? What would you do in order to get the animal to cross your path? You would bait it. You would set up the feed and wait for it to come to you, and then you would shoot it down. Just like in business, you need to bait your customers. You need to get the bait out there. You need to draw their attention in to you, and then you need to shoot them down. You need to get the deal each and every single time that way. And when they're coming to you, they're gonna be more motivated. The same is true for sellers. Why? Because if they are looking for me, I know that they are motivated to sell their house to me. They have essentially qualified themselves once they found me because they have seen my advertisement, through targeted Facebook ad campaigns, Craigslist ads, Facebook posts in these buy sell trade groups, through Google PPC ad or a bandit sign. They know that we buy houses fast for cash, and they know we are not retail buyers by the way our ad communicates to them. They could have called a realtor, but no, they called us. Why? Because typically these types of people are in distress or have some type of problem in their lives and they need a quick sell. This means they are willing to trade out equity in order for us to save them time, you guys. And when it comes to chasing motivation versus motivation chasing you, I kind of like to compare it to a sniper approach versus a shotgun approach. You can set up some really targeted marketing like PPC, SEO, Facebook targeted ads, bandit signs, or a newspaper article, etc. This is a sniper approach because you're putting out the quote-unquote bait in a very strategic place, and then you're waiting for motivated sellers to come to you. Alright guys, the shotgun approach is where you are shooting in every random direction, as in mailing 10,000 people at one time or code calling a list of 4,000 people hoping to hit something. That's hope marketing. It's unpredictable. Now, I'm not saying you can't get deals this way, because you can, especially if you're hitting an untapped niche list that no one has exhausted yet. However, this is why most people fail at wholesaling, because most coaches are telling all of their students to mail the same list that every other guru is telling their students to mail. And to do these things, all this unpredictable marketing that all the other gurus are telling their students to do. Then what happens is the students get no response and run out of marketing money because the list they are mailing to has been mailed 100 times already. Furthermore, when you are mailing that many people or code calling that many people, it is honestly a lot of work to manage all the incoming calls if you don't have a team already into place and you're not prepared for it. And from the starting off, I highly suggest you not to do it, because all of the calls can become overwhelming, because 98% of the ones that would come in will not be from motivated sellers. A lot of the calls coming in is going to be people that's going to be calling you to, just to kick rocks and never contact them again. It's going to be telling you to F off, to stop calling them, to stop sending them mail and whatnot, that they're not interested in doing business. I've even had the cops call on me many times because I kept on and kept on and kept on. You guys, the point is, if you're a newbie investor looking to get into wholesaling, or even a seasoned investor just looking for more deals to buy, I suggest that you go with a sniper approach when it comes to your marketing campaign so that you don't wear yourself out with all of the unmotivated people that's going to be calling you for no reason, all the dud deals. Aren't you guys? If you take the shotgun approach, you're going to be needing to set up a team that's going to be able to take every bit of the calls, and you're going to have to manage them all. Now, the sniper approach is, when the deals are coming to you, the motivated sellers are coming to you wanting to work with you, is way less work. Aren't you guys? You get a fraction of the calls coming in. However, the calls that do come in are typically from people who are ready to do business, who are motivated to sell. They're chasing you. So these sellers have a way different mindset. And to put it simply, when they're chasing you, they are way better quality leads. Again, that's ready to do business, that's ready to sign a purchase and sell agreement, that's ready to get rid of that problem property fast. All right, guys, it's always best to be loud in your marketing, to get seen, and to stay consistent with your marketing, but it's always best to strategically market your business to get individuals chasing you, ready to do business with you, instead of you just randomly placing up marketing and hoping for a deal to come into place. Because let me tell you something, it's very time consuming and very frustrating when you're sitting around in your office each and every single day hoping for a deal to take place, hoping for something to happen, hoping for the phone to ring, and if it doesn't, you're going to get let down, and eventually it's going to drive you to the point where you shut doors on your business, and that's not what you want to do. You want your phone ringing, you want deals coming in, so you need to get strategic with your marketing and place it in front of motivated homeowners that's ready to get rid of their problem property fast, and that's going to be more than willing to give you a call, that's more than willing to reach out to you. Now keep this in mind. When you begin to deal with motivated homeowners, you need to keep in mind that they are motivated for a reason. People have problems in life, and these homeowners that need to sell their property fast are coming to you as their solution. Take the time to actually build rapport with these homeowners and show them that you truly care about helping them. If you come in all cocky and chasing the money, you're not going to last long at all in this business. But if you come in truly caring about the individuals and wanting to help them, you'll feel better about it all and go much farther. You guys, I've watched numerous individuals come in time after time wanting to make money, and not really caring about the individuals that they're doing business with. If you treat an individual like a number, they're going to go somewhere else. If you treat them like a person and connect with them, they're going to want to do business with you each and every single time. So definitely keep that in mind, you guys. You need to think of yourself as the problem solver, the solution to another individual's problem. You're there to help. With that being said, you guys, it brings me to my next point. Problems equals motivation, and motivation equals deals, where you're going to make your money. Now, as a real estate investor wholesaler, your job is to honestly market to individuals with problems. So as your marketing goes out and the leads start to come in, your job is to filter through them by listening, building up rapport, and asking the right questions to determine whether or not there is motivation in the deal, to determine whether or not it's going to be a dud or a deal. You have to learn to listen for motivation, and that's actually a skill that I'm going to teach you inside of my advanced mentorship program if you decide to take me up on my offer. I mean, you guys, you can learn more about it after today's live training video, but as of right now, you guys, like stated, that is a skill that you need to practice on. You need to determine whether or not there's motivation in the deal, so you need to know what to look for, what to ask, and whatnot. Because if a seller doesn't have a problem in their life, they are not going to sell their property to you heavily discounted, period. You can't force motivation on an individual. Either a seller is motivated or they are not. If they are not, simply move on. There's a saying that stuck with me throughout the years. Some will, some won't. Next. If you're taking down notes, I'd go ahead and write that down. Some will, some won't. Next. It's a numbers game in this business, you guys. You will hear X amount of no's before you finally get to that yes. And that falls back to what I stated earlier on inside of this live training, where I said you must be willing to be told no numerous times before you're told yes. If you cannot handle being told no, this is not the business for you. You need to, learn how to get through the no's without getting frustrated, without wanting to quit, or without getting butthurt about it, you guys. It's all a part of the process. The key in this business is to listen and ask the right questions to find the problem. All right? You want to ask strategic questions like, why are you trying to sell your house? How fast do you need to sell it? Where are you moving to if you do sell the property? How much time do you need to move out and whatnot, you guys? If you ask enough of the right questions, you're going to get to the source of why they are wanting to sell the deal in the first place, which would be the problem that creates the motivation, which creates the deal. Nobody is going to sell you their house for 70 cents on the dollar or less if they don't have a major problem in their life. If they don't need things to move fast, they typically don't have a problem, and they can just sell their home with a realtor and get the full retail price for it. The people you are looking for in this business are these motivated sellers, people with these problems, the individuals that you can help solve their problem. They could be anybody, you guys. They could be a burned out landlord. They could be someone whose home is in pre-foreclosure. They could be someone who inherited a property that has become a financial burden. They might be out of state, inherited the property, they no longer want it. There's grass growing up around it. It's just a distressed property. Or someone who has lost their job or got a job transfer and needs to sell their house quickly and whatnot, you guys. They could be anyone who is in distress or has made a bad financial decision that has made it so they need to sell their home for whatever they can get for it as fast as they can, just to stay afloat. You get my drift, you guys. The point is problems equals motivation and motivation equals deals. This is where the deals are, but that falls back to what I stated a while ago. What you got to keep in your mind is that these individuals has problems. You need to come in caring about their problems. You need to think of yourself as the problem solver, someone there to truly help these individuals. Do not treat them like a number. I'm going to say it again. Do not treat them like a number. Do not chase the money. Chase the problem and help solve that problem, and you'll go much farther in this business. Alright, you guys, there's many different ways that you can actually market yourself to find motivated sellers, to find individuals that's got problems, that's looking to sell their problem properties fast. Alright, there's many different strategic ways to market your business to attract solid deals, like paper ads, bandit signs, radio ads, billboards, etc. But now I want to cover one of my advanced strategies that I currently utilize and that my students are currently utilizing to get the best off-market deals possible. I call this my automated 6-step funnel strategy. Alright, you guys, here's my 6-step automated funnel from left to right. It starts off with a Facebook ad or a Google PPC ad. When an individual clicks on one of these ads, they get redirected on over to the lead capture page, where we're going to capture their information, their name, their phone number, their email address, the property address and description and whatnot. And then upon a lead submitting the information that's needed in order to go further into the funnel, they'll get redirected on over to a value video. And inside of this value video, it's going to be doing every bit of the telling and every bit of the selling as to why this particular lead needs to work with us instead of trying an FSBO, which is a for sale by owner, and without trying to list the property through a realtor. Alright, you guys, and the value video is going to be jam-packed with so much value, so much persuasive strategies to get this lead to convert into a deal, to get them to sign the purchase and sale agreement. But upon watching this value video, if the lead is interested and wants to work with us, they simply click the button down below the value video where they're redirected on over to the questionnaire form, which is going to ask them some persuasive and motivating questions just to get them pumped up to work with us even more, to get the basic needed information in order to go ahead and pull the comps on the property and whatnot, to have the cash offer ready before we even ever get on the phone with this particular lead. Now, once this form has been submitted, they get redirected on over to the scheduling software where they're able to check the availability time slots to schedule a one-on-one call with us. So that way, we're notified right away about the form getting submitted. We're notified right away that they scheduled the call with us. All we have to do is look up the information that they submitted, get the cash offer ready, and get ready to hop on the phone with them, where we then close the deal and either meet them in person with the purchase and sale agreement, or fax it on over to them, or email it to them, whichever way to close the deal. And then all we got to do is market that particular deal and market that contract on over to an end buyer, to our cash buyer list, and wait for an offer, wait for an individuals to say, hey, I want this particular property, negotiate with them, come up to an agreement on what your assignment fee is going to be, and boom, bop, pat, you flip the deal and you move on to the next one. All right, you guys, it really is that simple. I want you to know, again, as stated, you do have to do the work, but if you're willing to do the work, you can make a ton of money wholesaling real estate and flipping these assignment deals. That can lead to you buying your own deals, holding them for monthly cash flow, or just turn around and doing quick flips, rehabbing properties, listing them on the MLS to a realtor, getting full retail price, and going from there, you guys. The sky is the limit. You can take this as far as you want to take it. Just apply what you was taught throughout this live training into real life, and I guarantee you that you're going to get results. All right, you guys. Right now, what I want to ask you, are you an individual that wants more, that truly wants more into detailed training, a step-by-step training, so that way you can actually cut the learning curve of trying to learn everything on trial and error, and literally be given the roadmap to success as a real estate investor wholesaler? Are you an individual that truly wants more? If so, I've got a special one-time offer right now for 10 individuals that's ready to take things up to that next level. Whether you're a newbie, fresh in the game, or an individual that's already flipping 2 to 4 wholesale assignment deals a month, that's just ready to create predictability in his or her business, that's ready to take things up to that next level. This particular offer is for my digital mentorship program titled the Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0. All right, you guys. The Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0 program is a digital mentorship training program. This amazing mentorship program is designed to teach you everything that you need to know in step-by-step video format in 4 different modules to successfully start your very own profitable real estate investing and wholesaling business, following the little to no money down strategy from the ground up, you guys. Everything in this program is broken down into 4 different modules, like stated, to give you the best learning experience possible. It's not just a program, though. It is literally the roadmap to unlimited amounts of success as a real estate investor wholesaler. And with the Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0 program, with this particular product, you're going to get access to the step-by-step digital training itself. You're going to be given scripts for over the phone, closing, etc. You're going to have access to our support group. You're going to have access to our weekly live Q&As, just for us to help you out even more, so that way you're never alone throughout your journey. You're going to get every bit of the contracts that you're ever going to need, and so much more, you guys, for only a one-time charge of $2,497.99. But wait, you guys. If you're one of the 10 individuals that take immediate action, if you get started right now, I'll get you started for only $1,497.99. And don't you worry, if you don't have the full amount right now, we just came out with a payment option where you can pay 4 payments of $500 and get immediate access of the Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0 program, you guys. And with this particular product, we do offer an action-based money-back guarantee policy, meaning if you do the work, if you apply what you're taught inside of this digital mentorship program into real life and don't get any results off of it at all, we'll immediately refund you your money on top of $250 for wasting your time. And let me gladly and happily say, so far, we've never given back a refund, because of the fact that people do get results off of what we teach. I personally guarantee you this will change your life if you do the work. Get started, be one of the 10 individuals, and get in at only $1,497.99 and save money, or opt into the payment option and pay 4 simple payments of $500. Either way, you're going to get instant access to the Wholesaling Accelerator 1.0 program. You're going to get the roadmap to success as a real estate investor wholesaler. You're going to be given what works. That's going to be broken down in a step-by-step video format that you can access on your time, and as you go throughout each lesson, you'll start getting immediate results from you guys. This is the no joke training. I have poured the last 4 months of my life into this program to give you the best learning experience to help you transform your life. You've been telling yourself that you deserve more. You've been telling yourself that you honestly want more and that you want to change and that you want to achieve massive success in your life. Here is your chance. If you want it, come and get it. Be one of the 10 individuals and opt in right now. If you are ready, if you'll do the work, I'll see you on the inside. If you aren't ready to opt in, take this training that you took throughout today's live training and apply what you was taught into real life. Either way, I fully believe in you. You've got this. Rock it.
I just closed my 10th wholesale deal within 4 months of us working together. You are amazing. I promised you this testimonial video, and here it is. You have completely gone above and beyond my expectations, and for that I will be forever grateful. You have been so easy to work with. You and your family are amazing. For any investor or wholesaler that is looking to completely scale up, Mr. Kennedy, the boss himself, is your guy. I really appreciate everything, Chris, and I look forward to what the future has in store for both of us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you again.
Huge shout out to Chris the Boss Kennedy for getting me started with the real estate wholesale program. Since getting started 2 weeks ago, I've gotten 6 deals on contract, and I've already closed one profiting $20,000. Man, I can't thank you enough. And look, he's the real deal guy.
Hey Chris, I want to say thank you so much for your program. The Wholesaling Real Estate Accelerator program is so amazing. I came from a commission-based job, so it was so easy to be able to transition the skills that I learned from that to now I'm doing real estate. And I was able to do it without having to buy one thing of property. Also, I made $6,000 on my first time doing it. It was truly amazing, and your mentorship is really great, and I really recommend it to anybody to use the program that you have. Thank you so much again.